Vegeta here. I just decided to stop by Input's Reviews channel in order to tell you that this video is intended for anyone over the age of 18. And if you don't like it, I don't care. Click that box, stop watching the video now, or you will have to face my wrath!
Hey everyone, welcome back to Input, and in this video I am going to do an overview of the Transformers Cyberverse Deluxe Class Transformer line. There's only 4 out in Wave 1 so far out of a total of 8 planned figures. Now, the 4 that are here, you have Megatron, Shockwave, Bumblebee, and Optimus Prime. Out of the 8 that are planned, you have Optimus Prime, Megatron, Shockwave, Bumblebee, Hot Rod, Grimlock, RC, and Thunderhowl, which might be the brother of Thunderhoof, or it might be Thunderhoof himself, and Hasbro lost the trademark, so they had to come up with a new name. Thunderhoof is an original character from the Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015 line. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about these 4 figures right here. Now, the overview, I have done individual reviews and live unboxings for each one of these guys. So if you guys want to see an individual review for either 4 of these figures or all 4, they are on my channel. They just a little bit back, just gotta find them and click on them and watch them. I will put them in their own separate playlist eventually, so therefore you could just click the playlist and watch them all as a whole. But I'm not reviewing them individually. I'm reviewing and doing an overview of these first 4 initial figures. They all come with blast effects and they all come with their own weapons. Bumblebee has his gun right here pegged underneath, which I think weapon storage is awesome, but he also comes with his bee sting and a part effect that clips onto it right there. These little nubs, they clip on like so, which is really cool. Prime comes with his, what I call his ion pistol. It's not really an ion cannon. It's a little too small to be a cannon for this figure, I feel like. So it's more of like a pistol size. Shockwave comes with an individual gun and his Shockwave cannon. But there is something really cool about Shockwave in the fact that he has 2 fists on either side of his arms and his hands and stuff, which I think is really cool. Then you have Megatron, which Megatron has a cannon, his fusion cannon, and his missile cannons right here, which are parts forming, but it's cool because these end up on the feet, and his arms do have a 5mm port, which are right here that you can put these on, and he can have rocket fists or rocket launchers on the arms or whatever. So I think the playability is 100% there, and Hasbro in doing so has gotten rid of the gimmicks on these guys. I do think that the Deluxe class is going to take over the Warrior class. That being said, Warrior class still has Wave 6 to be released, and Toy Fair 2020 Toy Fair is in a couple of weeks, so we'll see if Hasbro reveals anything at Toy Fair. But I do honestly believe that the Warrior class is going to be done and the Deluxe class is going to take it over. Now, each one of these figures is really cool. I call these figures the baby Siege figures because if you look at Optimus Prime, he's got the Deca truck tops right here, and his truck looks very reminiscent of his Siege truck mode, and the transformation is very reminiscent of the Siege truck transformation. Bumblebee here is very reminiscent of his older generations figure transformation, but it does do some really new and neat and interesting tricks in the transformation. Shockwave is very basic. He basically lays down and you twist the waist You bring up the chest plate, and that's pretty much it. It's a very disappointing transformation, but it's 100% show accurate, so I 100% understand why he transforms this way. And I think the best in the line for transformation and overall figure is Megatron himself. This guy has 24 steps to do his entire transformation. It is not as intuitive as you might think. So it is a bit complicated. Yes, he does essentially lay down, but there is some twist and some turns that you will not expect in this figure. He is easily the favorite of mine in this entire line, but I don't think you could go wrong with either one of these figures if you wanted just one, or if your kids wanted just one. I think you could pick up either one of these guys and be completely happy with them. So I'm going to get these guys transformed. I'll be right back and we'll do an overview of their robot mode. Okay guys, now as you can see, I got them all in robot mode. The only thing I did not do is put Shockwave's hand cannon into his hand because I wanted to show you this. Like I said, he has his own separate hand over here, and the hand, his Shockwave, traditional Shockwave cannon, plugs directly into that fist. So if you want him to have just a regular hand, he totally can, which I think is a really cool addition. The other cool addition, I think, is that all of these guys have the 3mm ports for flight stands on the back of them. I think that's a really great addition. This is something that the Siege line has as well, so you can get some really cool jumping effects, some really cool posing effects, some really awesome play feature right there if you have the stands, or if you want to get some of the stands. It's really awesome. Now this is something I was talking about with Prime as well. I don't think his ion cannon is big enough for his frame. I think it should be just a little bit bigger, but nevertheless it is still awesome. And again, these play features, Optimus Prime opens his chest and he reveals the Autobot Matrix of Leadership. Now however, I did paint mine. Take note, mine is painted gold, but this is originally 100% silver. I went in and I custom painted the gold on there. So yours at purchase will not look like that. But it's a really simple mod to do if you guys want to do it. But however, again, they're all really well articulated. They're all extremely well balanced, and you can get some pretty crazy stands out of them. Like I said, well balanced, well articulated. They are loaded with ball joints. Ball joints help with the articulation. So again, like I said, this is something I believe that will end up replacing the line for Warrior class, and Hasbro will do the Deluxe class. What I was saying earlier about Megatron's missile pods, they are parts forming, but you can put him on his arms like so, and you can have a rocket launcher, or as my imagination goes, you could have rocket fists. So the firing the missile backwards will propel that fist forward, and he can just go off and punch Prime right in the face as hard as he possibly can if he fired all 6 of those missiles at once and they rotate back. This is something, honestly, that is really great for a stop-motion animator just because of all the ball joints, the butterfly joints in all of these guys. These things are loaded 100% with play value. So I can definitely 100% recommend the entire line to anybody, whether it be a collector, a Transformers collector, somebody who just loves Cyberverse and was disappointed with the earlier Cyberverse toys, or a parent who wants to get something for their kid who's a Transformers fanatic, or just a kid in general. This is a really good entryway to the Transformers brand. The Cyberverse cartoon is a phenomenal cartoon, and I think they finally have phenomenal representation on the toy shelves. Again, I think this is a great line, great brand for anybody who wants to be involved with it. There's so much play value here between every figure. The blast effects are all interchangeable between each figure. The only exception to that is B, with his blast effect right here only being able to clip onto his B blade, and that's it. They're also interchangeable playability with the Siege line blast effects. So if you have a kid, or if you are a kid at heart or anything like that, and you want to have Shockwave getting blasted in the shoulder, he's got the peg for it right there. Same with B, he's got one there. Prime has him on his legs. Megatron, not so much anywhere on his body except for right here on his waist. And each blast effect plugs into each one of their cannons or guns or anything like that, and Prime has his own special blast effect that can plug directly into his chest and makes the Matrix shoot an energy blast out. It gives it a really cool effect. Again, I can totally recommend these figures 100% for any level of Transformers fan. For a kid who just wants something to play with in the front yard, for a Megatron junkie like myself, this Megatron is an amazing Megatron figure. He poses extremely well. For any Shockwave fan of Bumblebee, anything, whether you're a Transformers junkie or just a Transformers Wayward fan who's probably just getting back, or a kid or a parent or anything like that who is just getting into the Transformers brand, these are great figures in any level of collection, in any level of anything. The play value is there, the playability is there, and the cross playability is there between this line and the Siege line. And that's an amazing thing, because not only does it give you these 4 figures, but it also opens up an entire new line for new characters, for new figures, for new toys, for any level that you're at. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, I will see you next round. Be kind to each other. I love all you guys, and as always, I will see you next time, so cut it out. Later, guys.